Hello, people! Welcome to another Wednesday, another Arena Kings tournament. Today, I guess we're gonna be talking a little bit about yesterday's event, the Speed Chess Championship qualifier, which honestly went beyond my expectations. I put up a good fight against Lanier Dominguez in the final, and I also qualified to the final thanks to a thrilling match victory against Eric Hansen. Hi to Vertrich, not R2D2, Eirik, Chespe, Ghetto Porridge, and Vertrich and R2D2 and Eirik commenting on yesterday's events, and I appreciate it. I'm pretty happy myself. Of course, being in the final, you would like to win the entire match. But Lanier was just too strong in the 1 minute portion. He was just so fast and playing accurately while I was not. So that's how that goes. Awesome comeback against Hansen, says not R2D2. Yeah, no, that was. I rewatched some of the clips from the Hansen match, and that was just so sick because we were exchanging wins so many times that we barely played any draws, and the leader in the match was changing throughout. So that was pretty cool. Anders Ulini is in the chat with his golden hammer. We have Deep Fluke and Aquila. In the immortal words of Tay, shake it off, says Aquila. Yeah, I already shook things off, and by things we mean the loss against Dominguez, and now great things are ahead. We are playing the Arena Kings tournament, and as usual, something has to be done about the German. We knocked them out of the World Cup today, but in the Arena Kings, the Germans are still wreaking havoc on the rest of us. And Mayer with a 995 point lead. He has 3 times the amount of points as basically anyone else, and it's just unfreaking believable what he's doing. I bet he doesn't like that Sweden won the group, says Joel. While on the other hand, the guy is living in Sweden, right? So I guess he can say that his team is still in the World Cup, depending on whether he's cheering for Sweden or Uruguay in the coming matches. What do you think about Germany's defeat? Asks Deep Fluke. I was watching the last half hour of the game match, and I, I just, I completely assumed that Germany was gonna score the goal they needed, and I thought it was such a shame that Mexico would be knocked out after having a really good start to the tournament, and I was wrong. South Korea, even though they were so naive, I mean, they were spending way too much time on the ball and getting some. I mean, they were having fantastic counterattacks, but at the same time, there were also situations in which they were letting Germany have counterattacks of their own. And so it was an interesting last 30 minutes with both teams trying to win the match. Actually, in terms of World Cup predictions, I want to say on the record before there's any goals that Serbia is going to knock out Brazil today. Uh, I think Serbia has been really good. They were unfortunate to lose against Switzerland, and I think they can beat Brazil. Of course, saying that, Brazil just scored, so I'm wrong again. Never mind. Okay, I thought Serbia could beat Brazil. Turns out I was wrong. What was the final result in when you against Eric? Asks Ben Cool. The final result was 11-10, so it was actually decided in overtime. It was a 10-10 tie, and then we played first game wins, and I managed to get that important win. Ryataman is in the chat. Hey Hammer, congratulations on eliminating Hansen. Thank you. And speaking of which, I guess we'll take a look at the standings overall. I actually made some progress. 2 weeks ago, I was in 12th place. Now I've climbed to 6th, and I have 2nd place within range. I need a good performance next week in the Royal Arena Kings, which is an Arena Kings with extra prizes and extra points. But 2nd place is definitely within reach. And I'm mentioning this also, I'm bringing up these standings because Hyata Man from the chat is 15th. And as far as I can tell, he's one of 2 untitled players in the top 15 overall. So good on you as well. Okay, I guess we're gonna do some training games. Actually, no, I want to address this by Robert. Everyone was acting like you were such a massive underdog yesterday. I knew that was nonsense. I was so happy you beat Eric, so happy to see his tricks and speed get beat by a principled player. I don't know about the last part of that, because Eric did not play his usual level, and I got tricked plenty of times during the match. But I do agree that I was not a massive underdog. I thought I was going to be able to give them a good fight, and I guess I proved that by winning the semifinal. And I just want to remind people that even though I play horrendous chess on a weekly basis in my streams, when I get some time to think, I'm actually quite a decent player. I'm not that big of an underdog. In fact, among the participants in the qualifier, I am by far the second best player. I mean, Lenier is just a different class, and then I am the second best player. Maybe not in internet chess, but chess in general. Vertvich clipping my Serbia is going to knock out Brazil, and then 2 seconds afterwards, I discovered that Brazil just scored. Oh well. I guess that's what you call a jinx. Okay, let's do some warm-up games. I'm going to move this over here. And then we have one challenge. I guess we're going to do that one challenge. And then see who else offers me a challenge. Hyata Man. Oh, I almost played E3. Luckily, I was looking at chat, so I discovered my mistake in time. Hyata Man is saying that Korea is now everyone's favorite in Mexico. Yeah, I can imagine. Mexico did not deserve to get knocked out, but they came so close. Honestly, Germany just had a terrible championship. It was a miracle that they managed to beat Sweden because I mean, Sweden was one guy up. Germany had a red card, and Sweden managed to fumble it in extra time, which was just so bad. I was watching the end of the Sweden Germany match, and the way Sweden played, even though they were one guy extra, it was just horrible. Well, variance it says that I did consider Yoon an underdog. I was wrong. I'm not sure about that. I mean, I can still be the underdog and win the match. Because I am the first to admit that Georg and Eric and clearly Lanier as well are more versed in internet chess and have better results in internet chess. But I think just as a chess player, I can stand my ground. And it's not like I'm afraid of these players. I'm just afraid of the mistakes I'm going to make because of the circumstances, the time control, and so on and so forth. Variance with a sub. Thank you. Strange sound today. Sorry. That's on me. It might be on me because I had my table fan. It's pretty warm in Norway and especially in my apartment. So I need all the air conditioning I can get. So please tell me whether that improved the sound when I turned off the table fan. Okay, another game in the box. So far, so good. Trent with the host, 176. I just wandered upon. Thank you, Lawrence. Are you not sticking around for the Arena Kings? I know how you love an opportunity to beat me and has been pretty successful at it, I might add. My score against Lawrence in the Arena King tournaments have not been as good as I would have wanted them to be. I think actually we're tied or something. Actually, I think Lawrence might be ahead of me, but I'm not going to say that on stream. I think Lawrence might have a plus score against me the last month, but I'm not willing to admit that. So I just went with the probably about equal. When do you use this bullet opening and when don't you? Asks R2D2. I always use this opening for 1 minute without increment. If I were to use it in the Speed Chess Championship with one extra minute on the 1 extra second per move, then I would get checkmated every single time. So basically, when you see me playing bullet, I get checkmated basically 25% of the time. And with that extra increment, that percentage would just increase so bad. So it's a this G3, Bishop G2, E3, Knight E2. It's a opening that I reserve for very quick time controls. And some information from Vertvich. Lawrence is traveling to Corsica today, and right now he's in Vegas. Wow. Can we get some more information on that? Lawrence in Vegas. Has he been playing the National Open? I guess that is happening around this time. And Corsica is very nice. He seems to be living life to the fullest. Hi Hammer, you were awesome yesterday. Congrats, says Ibrahim. Thank you. Hydrogen Wizard, nice job on Eric. It was fun to watch. Thank you. I hope to repeat it today. I hope to, honestly, I hope to get me some mayor. He's not in just yet, but I suspect he's coming. And also interesting, Kostenyuk has recruited her husband. So now we have two dangerous Russians, or I don't know if to call Shkregubov French, maybe. Both Kostenyuk and Tregubov is in, as well as the Turkish with the four names, and I don't know which one to emphasize. Actually, if anyone knows which name I'm emphasizing for the Turkish kid, I would appreciate that. And Lenderman, currently the top seed, but that's going to change. Because look who's coming in the house with a new record blitz rating after the Speed Chess Championship. It's Hammer above 2700 for the first time. Samurai is known as JJ. Okay, that's going to be very confusing because the former Norwegian Chess Federation president also has made his name into JJ because his name is Göran Eivind Jansson. And somehow that seems to be difficult for people, and he's decided just to go call himself JJ. Well, then I know two JJs in chess. Uh, Jamil John, and therefore JJ. Okay, that's interesting. I heard that like Khan. I thought that that was pronounced like John. Well, yeah, I guess that. But I thought it was basically John, like the Liverpool player Emre Can. John. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. No, that makes sense. Actually, fun fact: the Liverpool player of Turkish heritage. I mean, he represents Germany. But the Liverpool player Emre Can has a namesake who is a chess grandmaster, who is also called Emre Can. Maybe not streaming helped you play a little better in the qualifier, says Hiyata Man. You know what? I think you might be onto something there. I think you might be onto something. I think that may have helped, yes. Mayor winning gives an odds of 1.01, says Maiden 3. I'm not sure I agree with that, but he's quite strong. He's been consistently pretty strong. But today, if there's any day I'm gonna take down Mayor, I think today is the day. How did you win three in a row yesterday? Well, first I won one game, which I was pretty happy with. Then I won a second game, which was just bizarre because in a pretty equal end game where I had some pressure, Eric just left his rook, moved his rook to a square. My bishop could just take it. And then for the final game, I tried my very best not to win it. I mean, I missed so many easy wins, but in the end, I got there, and that's three wins in a row. In the time of Nick says that my boss is mad at you. You put on such a good performance. I did too much chess watching and not enough working. Yeah, that is actually something people in Norway are quite familiar with because whenever Magnus is playing a World Chess Championship, the productivity in Norway just goes like this. And that is, yeah, that is several tens of thousands of people paying more attention to chess than. There were a lot of tired faces 2 years ago when the games were going on in the middle of the night, Norwegian time. That was, yeah. We do everything in a bigger scale in Norway. That's my excuse. Did you prepare those openings at all? Says asks Robert. No, I guess not. Well, I mean, the thing is that Lanier played a very unusual opening, and he just played it every single time. And I didn't manage to adjust to the situation. So yeah, I got in trouble in some black games in the Blitz against Lanier. Against Eric, I was pretty happy. I thought he chose openings that suited me so much better than him. He was playing some kind of doing some exchanges and getting a technical position, and that I really think favors me over him. I mean, his forte is tactics and messy positions. I thought Eric's opening choices with white were a bit strange, and he repeated openings that weren't going so well for him. Are you cheering for Sweden in the World Cup? Asks Lucas. No, I'm not. Um, Christian Eriksen. I'm not really cheering for a team, but I'm cheering for my favorite player, Christian Eriksen. What was the final score against Dominguez? Asks Dwayne Wayne. I think it was something like 10.5, 7.5. He had good margins. I mean, he was there was no doubt he was going to win it. He was so good in the 1 minute plus 1 second increment time control. Uh, are you watching the games? Asks Nils. No, I barely mentioned that I thought Serbia might knock out Brazil, and then 2 seconds after I said that, Brazil scored. So yeah, I think I'm gonna stay away from soccer predictions. Thank you, Chespe, gifting a sub to our good friend Alec TV. How did the Dominguez games go? Says Kava. I lost, but I was actually leading after the 5+1 blitz games. So I had the lead in the match, but then over time he was too strong for me. There's actually not too much time left before the arena starts. 4 more minutes and the tournament is gonna get going. And so far, no mayor in the lineup. I don't see Fins, says Chesbay. Well, he's in there now, so don't you worry about it. Fins, also known as JB, John Bartholomew, is in the crowd. It's a very, very strong tournament. Hammer, Lenderman, Kostenyuk, JJ, JB, Tregubov, and we're kind of just waiting for Mayer to get on a line. Or maybe he's decided that, I don't even need to play this week. I got this completely under control. And honestly, that is absolutely the case. Because he has a 995-point lead in the overall standings. And that is just beyond any comprehension. Mayer is probably depressed at Germany getting eliminated at the World Cup, says not R2D2. Well, I was hoping, but look who's here. A new #1 seed in the tournament. It's the German machine, and he's also going to be my opponent for the first round. So in 2 minutes, we're going to start off with a Mayer Hammer game. Thank you to Alistair for subscribing. Thank you. How many arenas are there? Asks not R2D2. Um, well, if I go to the point system, you can see that the season ends with a streamer championship, where there's 1,000 points up for grabs. And also there are tournaments like the Royal Arena Kings, the monthly Arena King tournament with extra prizes and extra points. So you can pick up 250 points by winning one of those. So I'm going to say that if he stops playing, people are going to catch him. But the thing is that even if I manage to win all the rest of the tournaments and Georg finishes second, then I don't think he's gonna get so many points for those second places that he's gonna always keep the lead. Chess Queen has been your Achilles heel as of late, says Hiyata Man. Yeah, no, she's strong and she's very aggressive. She's such an attacking player and she just goes for the throat. And apparently, I have some trouble with that style of play. Okay, I got Lenderman in the first round, and I think that's because Naroditsky uh, joined. That's going to be interesting if we're going to have Naroditsky playing in the Arena Kings. Okay, but first the challenge is Lenderman, and we're going to play a Vienna opening. And I'm sacrificing my pawn because that's what I was taught to do. But on the other hand, I am nervous because I did sacrifice my pawn. And I do not remember how these lines go. There's something about d5 at one moment. But when am I supposed to play d5? I don't know. I don't know this opening. When am I supposed to play d5? I'm just gonna do this. Keep the pace. On, but now he can just castle. But then I have bishop a3. Okay. I'm a pawn down, but it's a complicated position already. Let's try this one. I wanted to go knight e5, but now I realized that knight e5, he can just take my pawn. So I guess I'm going rook d1. But now I gave away my bishop pair as well as being a pawn down. I'm not sure I'm comfortable with this, but I need to play faster. If anything, that's just what I need to do, faster, quicker decisions. And I'm not following my own advice. Let's go here. And here. And this was my idea. Oh, I trapped his bishop. He cannot take my knight because then his queen is going to be trapped on the same. Wow, that was good for me. Free piece. Always pretty good. Now I just got to play faster and win with my extra piece. Although I'm not playing very well. Yeah, horrendous conversion from me. Oh, we talked about this, how I cannot win completely winning positions. Okay, somehow I managed to give him 3 pawns for the piece, and I mean I'm winning, but I'm getting low on time as well, and there's chances of me getting flagged. And I blundered a piece. Unbelievable. Clean piece up, and I lose the game. He blundered a piece for nothing, and I lost the game. Oh, it's gonna be one of those days. Unbelievable, says Henny. I wish it was, because it's not unbelievable. I'm doing it every single time. Every single game I'm playing this, I'm getting good positions, even winning positions, and I just waste it. We were talking about it earlier, how much better I would do if I just stopped losing winning positions, because it's just such a high percentage of games. I feel like this was theory some time ago, but I didn't know it then, and I don't know it now. Yeah, I guess I probably just have a bad position. I don't know why I'm playing theoretical lines, I don't know. Honestly, that doesn't sound like a very good strategy. Why am I giving away a pawn for nothing? I don't know that either. He just gave me a piece for free. I mean, he just blundered a piece for a pawn. A pawn. And it's not like I drew the game. Every time I'm winning and mess it up, I lose. I lose the game. Not just wasting half a point, wasting a full point. Every single time. What are the chances I'm going to trick this guy? I'm assuming non-existent. But I've been wrong before. And I would like a swindle. That would put me in a better mood. Yeah, I'm not going to manage. Not going to manage to create anything here. If anything, I'm going to get myself in trouble. Maybe. Maybe I can do something. Let's try to go g4. Yeah, that's a big threat. I'm going to have to stop that. Then I'm going to have to chase you back. And now this is a big threat. And I'm losing on time. He's the one who's trying to trick me, probably. That's probably what's going on. He's trying to flag me by just letting me try to flag him, essentially. Okay. I am getting flagged. Why didn't I make a draw earlier? I don't know. You would think I was clever knowing that. Oh, come on. And the mouse slip decides the game. Okay. No more 2,700. 2 games to start out the tournament. 2 losses, I mean. And here we go again. Okay, this time I'm just going to play it fast. On the other hand, I did play quickly the other time as well, but this time I'll play it fast and I'll play something I actually know. Tough day, says Senile Oyster. Yeah. Agreed. Ah, I'm supposed to play Bishop H4 there. Okay, having taken that one, I guess we're going to have to go for this line. And then give ourselves the big center. And hope for the best. So black has a B pawn, I have an E pawn. So that's a bit of a asymmetry. I'm hoping to exploit the fact that I have better control over the center. Hoping even to go C4, exchanging off another one of his central pawns. That is a strange move from Marcin. He's really not threatening anything, so I guess I'm just gonna go attack 2 pawns. His bishop is not doing anything here. I mean, if he was attacking this pawn, maybe, but he's not even doing that. So let's just grab this guy. Of course, I missed that the queen was defending along the diagonal, so now I did allow him some dangerous stuff because I thought when I took this pawn, I thought I was attacking the knight. Oh, man. Yeah, this rook is just... it's gonna kill me. I really think bishop h3 was not a good move, but the way I executed this, it's just the best move in the history of the world. I mean, I have no chance here. Okay, let's see if I can get my king into safety. Yeah, no, I'm just completely dead, and I'm also my time management hasn't been fantastic either. Uh, yeah, I got nothing. I see some books in the background. Are those chess related? Yes, those are chess books. It is the only kind of book I have, as a matter of fact. I don't know how I'm getting checkmated, but I'm definitely getting checkmated. Well, or losing my queen for nothing. Oh, and I just got a note that I'm on Chess TV. How brilliant. I have lost my initial 3 games. I'm considering quitting. Um, so welcome to the Chess TV crowd. How are you guys doing? I'm not having a lot of fun right now. Better to lose the first 3 than the last 3? Asks not R2D2. I don't know. I don't know. I don't feel too good right now, so I'm gonna say no. I'm gonna say no. This is depressing. Don't you dare quitting, says Maiden3 and donates 200 bits. Thank you. Okay, I'm not gonna quit. I am gonna have a little bit of a rest. I need to, yeah. I played a Lenderman in the first game. He blundered a piece, and I still lost. Then in the second game, I had an equal ending, and I decided not to go for a draw, and I got flagged. Well, actually, I mouse slipped. And now I got completely crushed by a Marcin Molenda. Oh man, it's definitely one of those days. One thing is not being able to play chess, but now I actually cannot have a drink without killing myself. Oh my gosh. Ugh. Okay, let's continue this disaster. Ugh. I just suspect that has to be the low point. choking on water. I mean, can it get any worse than that? I would imagine that is the absolute worst it can get. Let's just make tons of pre-moves. And try to kill this guy. Oh my. Oh. Feels bad, man. Yeah, I agree. I feel sorry for laughing, but that's hilarious, says Kneki Knusan. Yeah, it's just when one thing goes wrong, just everything collapses at the same time. I used to choke on water fairly often when I was still a child learning to drink, says Hooby Jooby. Yes, I sense your sarcasm, but actually, I regularly choke on my water. So for me, this is just another day. Uh, and I'm actually getting outplayed by the Knight of Quebec, the 1900 player. I'm getting completely outplayed. So I don't know what to say about my day, but it has not been great thus far. Epic comeback against Hansen. Congrats, says Fisherrook. Thank you. I'm hoping this is the week for epic comebacks because I'm gonna need something special to get out of this mess. Not to mention the fact that I'm currently worse against a 1800 rated player. Oh man. Yesterday it was Hansen who choked, says Maiden3. I find that comment pretty funny. Because I just choked. You get it? Oh, what a day. Yeah, no, I'm seriously in trouble in this game. Okay, that was not a great move. Okay, and he goes back, realizing that was not a great move. But how do I... How did you get so good? Asks Calculated Potato. Are you sure that's the kind of question you want? Okay, and I'm just entering a losing pawn endgame. Look at this, Rook F3. Heading straight for the losing pawn endgame, like a champ. That is the level I'm currently playing at. Going into the losing pawn ending against an 1800 player. And I couldn't trick him with the pawn. Yeah, this is my day. Okay. The Knight of Quebec is not having a great day either. He just stalemated me instead of doing mate in 1 with plenty of time on the clock. But yeah, I'm not really feeling it. Ah, yes, bishop b4 check. Oh, just one game. Can I just play one game without making any silly mistakes? Actually, I'm still better. Okay, I'm just going for it. No reason to hold back. The way my day's been going, I'm just gonna go for it. Yeah, g5 was not a good move. Managing to stalemate when you're dead lost feels better than winning, says Axe Villager. No. I mean, I made a draw against a 1900 player. I mean, regardless of how that turned out, that was just going to be a complete disaster for me. And c1 is hanging. The bear from Ukraine with the 5-month resub. Thank you. Are you as happy that Germany is out as Magnus is? No, I don't really care. I have worse problems in my life right now. This tournament being one of them. I'm not even sure how I'm gonna make a draw in this position. And I guess that says something about my confidence that I want to go for a draw with an exchange up. It's just that I think I'm going to lose this one, and then I'm going to be begging for a draw. Oh, he plays. Oh, that was very kind of him. Getting rid of that weakness on d4. That was pretty big for me. He was being generous. And I'm still in trouble because of time. I'm so slow. And now I'm letting him have a passed pawn. That's pretty dangerous. Yeah. I guess it was a one-day wonder. Hammer suddenly playing decent blitz. It's not gonna happen 2 days in a row. And I'm dead lost. For a multitude of reasons. with the main one just being, I guess, passed pawns. Okay, I'm doing my best to be tricky in time trouble. I completely missed that move, which is embarrassing. Okay, I flagged him. I guess that's something. Actually, maybe I could have played b5 and then queen b6. How did I miss bishop takes f7? I mean, come on! I thought I thought rook e8 was just winning because of rook e1 coming up, but he removed the pawn that was threatening f7, and now I'm just lost. Incredible. I genuinely thought I could take this queen and play knight d7. This was my plan. I missed that the rook is hanging. Just different level. Okay, what just happened? Oh, thank God I'm not the only one playing like a complete moron today. He just blundered his bishop. And unlike other people, he just resigned. If he hadn't resigned, I don't know what would have happened, because I have not been playing fantastic today. Really? I mean, I'm naive enough to just take it. I mean, what are you doing? Yes, I can see that my king is in the center, but surely you're not better, right? I don't know, maybe you are. Are you saying this is just not winning for me? I mean, I'm a pawn up for nothing. Bye bye, pawn. Why am I making this interesting? I don't know. He should not have been allowed to survive into this. That's on me. I should have decided this game a long time ago. Oh, and now I just allowed rook takes e6. Wow. Bailout. I thought I was putting a trap for him, but as it turns out, I walked straight into his trap for me. Wow. 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 I really thought I made a trap for him, but as it turns out, it was just a trap for me, and I went straight into it. I'm playing this so bad. I mean, once again, I'm worse against a 1900. What is happening to you, my friend? Asks Meriton. I don't know. I'm pretty disgusted with my play right now. Yeah, I'm gonna have to quit. I just, yeah, I mean, I'm once again I'm getting outplayed by 1900. It's just, I genuinely don't know what's going on. I mean, G4 and I can resign. Why didn't I just take that one? Yeah, I tried to shake it off. It's not working. I already was dead lost against an 1800. Now I'm worse against a 1900, and I've been losing every single game against players above 2300. And there is no fix for that. It's just massively depressing. Yeah, I'm actually in big danger here. This past pawn, it's quite likely I'm going to lose. Okay, well, that's checkmate. Okay, I'll make it up to you guys on Friday. I'll do an extra stream. An extra stream on Friday, maybe some tactics or something. Thanks everyone for watching. I'm sorry that I just my head isn't working. Bye.